All right, welcome back, my sixth graders. We're going to be working on lesson 2-4's homework. Let's do the practice problem solving. I got all the odd ones today. It says 13 through 20. Graph and label each point. Well, the first one is they want to label as A. I want it at 1 and -1. Remember, my first one is always the x-axis. That's at 1. And -1 is going to be where it is on my y-axis. So 1 is here, -1 is here. We meet where they meet. All right? I got -1 here and -1 here. So we're going to meet right over here where they meet. So that has to be right there. Okay? And we're going to label it A. All right, I'm going to do 15 now. Remember, I got all the odd ones. -4 and 3. So I'm going to go to -4 this time, which is right here. And then 3 is a +3 on my y, so that would be up here. All right, so that's here and here. If I come up to where 3 is, that should put me right there with -4. So I'm going to put this dot right here and label it C. Next, I got -2.5 and 1.5. Well, -2.5 is right in between -2 and -3. So it's going to be right here. And then 1.5 is going to be right in between 1 and 2 right there. So when I come on over, I should have it right at 1.5 and -2.5. So that's going to be about right here. And that's going to be E. And lastly, G, -2 and -1.5. Well, -2 is going to be over here. And -1.5, that'll be between -1 and -2, right there. If I come over here and I find where -2 is, well, there's -2. There's -1.5. So this little spot right here must be G. Okay, the rest are for you to do. Let's see, number 21 to 26. It says, write the ordered pair for each point. Okay, this time they're asking me to look at the ones that are there and tell me the coordinates. All right, the ordered pair for P, remember I'm doing all the odd ones here. P is at, let's see, this is -7, so this would be -7.5, this would be -8. And this would be +3. So this would be -8 and +3. And please always remember, just like the alphabet, we put our coordinates in X and Y, okay? In order of the alphabet, X, Y. So we're doing X first, then Y second. All right, let's try to find R. Well, I find R right over here, and R is at -8 as well, but this time it's at 0. So -8 and 0 would be my answer. Then there's T. T is way over here. On the number line, that's going to put me at 1.5. It's because that's between 1 and 2. So 1.5, and then between 2 and 3 is 2.5. So 1.5 and 2.5. And if you wanted to put 1.5 and 2.5, I suppose that'd be all right. So I will also accept all right, those even ones are for you to do. I'm going to number 27 through 30. And I've got the odd ones. So which building is located in quadrant 3? Well, remember, we're talking quadrants. Okay, remember, this is quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2. This is quadrant 3. This is quadrant 4. All right, so it kind of goes counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if they ask me where is quadrant 3, I'm going to have to say, let's see, what two places have, well, which building is located in quadrant 3? The only building I see in this quadrant, remember, it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the only building I see is the firehouse. So I would have to say the firehouse. All right. Number 29 is mine. The city council wants the location of the entrance to the new city park. And remember, the new city park is going to be, I guess, let's see, where is the new city park on this map? Wants the entrance to the new city park to be determined by the reflection of the school's entrance across the y-axis. Okay, here we go. Well, this is the school, right? And it says the school's entrance across the y-axis. The school's, let's see, reflection of the school entrance across the y-axis. What are the coordinates of the new city park? Well, it looks like this is the entrance here, right? Because this is a little door here. And so that would mean across the y-axis, this is the y-axis, they want it to be reflected. Reflected means I'm going to take it across the y to the same location. Now, the entrance from what I see is right here would be at 4 and 2.5. So in order to reflect across the y, I would go the opposite, the inverse of 4, which would be -4, and then I have to still go up 2.5. So that would put me here and here, right? -2.5 and I'm sorry, 2.5 and -4. So I'm going to say, I'm thinking it's going to be at -2.5 and 4. So remember, we have to write the ordered pair as XY. So let's see, we always put X first, and since it's -4, let's see, and that's kind of messy. Let me put that a little better. -4. There we go. And the Y would be right here. Oh, wait a second. I thought this was a 3 up here. Actually, this is right in between 2 and 4. And that would make this 3. So I stand corrected. This would be -4 and 3. All right. And that would be the coordinates to the entrance of the new city park. All right. And let's see. I had all the odd ones, right? Yeah. So that would put me at 31. What is located at -0.07 and -0.2? Well, remember, we go with the X coordinate first, and X, they're saying, is -0.7. -0.7. Well, they're saying this is -1, and this is 1. So I'm thinking if this is 0, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that makes sense. So each of these is going to be 1/10 of 1. Well, 0.7 is 7 out of 10. So I would have to go 7 over. That would be, remember, we're going on the x-axis first, because this is always an xy, and it's a negative number, which means I'm going toward the negative side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -7 would be here, -0.07, excuse me. And now I have -0.2. And that means I'm going down. This is all the positive numbers up here. So if this works the same way, yep, there's -1. So I'm going to have to go down to 1, 2. That would be -2. So we'd have our location right here, and it says, what is located there? What looks to me like the pond is located there. So I'm going to write the pond. All right. Number 33, write the ordered pair to locate the end of hiking trail in 2 different ways. Wow. Write the ordered pair to locate the ending of hiking trail in 2 different ways. Let's find where hiking trail is. All right, it says locate the end of hiking trail. This is right here, the end of hiking trail. I guess I'll put X marks the spot. And they said, write the ordered pair to locate the ending of hiking trail in two different ways. Wow. Okay, well, the first way I'm going to have to say is it would be 0.02, right? 0.02, because that's every one of these is a tenth of one. So 0.02, and then the y would be negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Negative 8. So the first way I could write it is 0.2, because it's positive 0.2 over here, and then I would put negative 0.8 as my other part of the ordered pair. That gives me one way of writing it. Now, what would be the second way to write it? Well, I could write it as a fraction. I know that 0.2 is really, let's see, 2 out of 10. And I can simplify that because they're both divisible by 2. This would be 1 out of 5. So I could write 1 out of 5 if I want as my first one. And then as my second one, well, it says negative 0.8. So that could be written as negative, well, remember this is going to be 8 over 10. Remember my rule of decimals. I'm allowed to, if there's no line over it, I'm allowed to put a line under it and put a 10, all right, a 0 underneath each number and put a line in front of it. So that'd be 1, 0, and then, excuse me, a 1 in front of it. And so that's 8 over 10. They're both divisible by 2 as well. That's going to give me 4 out of 5. So since it's got to be a negative number, it would be negative 4 out of 5. And that would be the two different ways that I could go and write this. Let's see, number 35 is next. What are the coordinates of the 2 points that is a reflection across the x-axis of the pond? Wow, okay. What are the coordinates of the point that is a reflection across the x-axis? Well, the x-axis is here, right? Across the x-axis of the pond. What are the coordinates of the point? Okay, well, they want the point of the pond to be here, and that across that would be, we said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, negative 7. So it would still be negative 7 because it's reflecting across here. So my first one is going to be negative 7. And then I have to find out how far. Well, it's 2 away here, which means it would be 2 away here. This was a negative 2 before, so this would be a positive 2 up here. So I would say negative 7 and 2. Oh, I'm sorry, that was the answer to 35. Negative 7 and 2. That was not the answer to 34. Sorry about that. And you might be wondering what I'm about to do. Well, here it is. I'm giving you your code word for the week, and it is, ready for this? Baptist Healthcare. All right, write that on your homework, and that is your code word, and that'll get you to earn a treat from me this week. Okay, make sure that's written on there somewhere. I'll take it off for those that are just skimming through it. All right, and I believe that's all the ones I had to do, and you got the rest. We'll be grading your homework in class. Good luck, and I'll see you tomorrow.